You see, a talent, something that you have or you don't have, is like being pregnant. Have you ever seen someone who's half pregnant? What do you mean half pregnant? You're either pregnant or you're not. You know what I'm trying to say? You have to have the talent. Because if you don't have the talent and put it in the right place, it doesn't serve the purpose. Who knows of Michael Jordan by show of hands? The most valuable basketball player of all time. He's a legend. Now, Michael Jordan one day decided to go and play baseball and make a career. Have you ever heard of him achieving anything in baseball? Literally nothing. Nobody have heard of the guy doing anything in baseball. Why? The right person in the wrong seat. 2001. I was in the Valley of the Saint in Lebanon. I don't know if you've been in that Valley of the Saint. Amazing place for camping. It was a fire. You could imagine the stream. I was playing the guitar, and across me was a beautiful, gorgeous lady called Nancy. That night I was playing the guitar, and looking at her. We kind of connected. You know, we had a connection there. You know what I'm trying to say? So you could imagine the scene here, huh? So we've spent that night until we shaked our lips, not shaked our hands. We spent that night speaking and chatting. And now, if you ask me, Melkart, are you ready to engage Nancy and get? I said, are you crazy, man? Is she your sister or something? Of course not. I just, we're in what I call the hearing it phase. I'm just knowing her. Then after a while, I was in Doha. She was in France. We started meeting in Switzerland, in France, in Doha. We started to believe in our love. Now, if you come and ask me, are you ready to engage her now? I tell you, you know what? I believe in our love, but I'm still skeptical a bit. Then finally, we moved on to the United States. She came in. We lived there. We lived together. We started living our love. We started to really enjoying it. And you ask me, are you ready? I would tell you, you bet. And we have a 3-year-old boy. Now, this is a very lovely story. But you might be wondering, how does that relate to whatever we're talking about today? I'll tell you, back in 2000, I went out on a date with a company. You know what is the name of the date? Employee orientation. I sat out in the room, and then the senior people came in and they told me about the culture of the company. They showed me the future growth. I loved that day, but I was in the hearing it phase. I didn't know anything. I was just hearing what they're saying. I wasn't ready to be engaged. Then at the end of the second day, a learning coach came in and he said, hey, Melkart, listen, my name is George. I'm your learning coach. You're going to spend 30 days with me. I'm going to take you through a list of things. And literally, I shadowed him for almost 30 days. He taught me everything I need to know. I started to believe in what I've heard. Finally, they set me off on the floor, set my, career plan. They allowed me to be involved in the planning of the work that affects me. They engaged me. They recognized me. I recognized others. I started to live the culture of this company, and I became engaged. So the question is, the people that are in your teams, how do you help them move from the hearing it phase to believing in Kempinski and the vision of Kempinski sales and marketing phase to finally live it? Because the problem is that people are stuck at the beginning. You tell them something, you sell them an amazing vision, but there is no structure for it. Show loyalty, especially to the people who are absent. Don't ever speak negatively about anybody in front of anybody. If you don't have the guts to say it in their face, don't say it at all. Number 2, practice transparency. There's been a school in the old days, it's called mushroom management. Have you heard of that school? Keep people in the dark, they grow like mushroom. No, it's transparency. You have to share with your people information. You have to trust your people on the information you share. Then lead from the outside in. Now, this is very serious, guys. Leadership is in the eyes of the followers, not in the eyes of the leaders. The value of a leader is in the eyes of the followers. When is the last time you took one of your people aside and tell them, what is the one thing that I can do to lead you better? There was a poor farmer, a friend of mine. He used to go every single day out of his house, walk in the forest, blaming God and the universe for being poor. Every single day doing the same round. Going and blaming that things are not working, that I can't do it, that I will try, but it's not working. He was so hungry one day, and he went outside and he saw a crippled fox. And that crippled fox was merely being able to walk. He wondered how that crippled fox is able to feed itself. Then a tiger approached the scene, and the tiger had a prey in its mouth. So the tiger ate part of the prey and left the other part to the crippled fox. The guy thought, hey, listen, if God is able to feed that crippled fox, he most probably is able to feed me. He went back home, locked himself into an apartment, and waited for heaven to drop on him food. A few weeks after that, so close to die out of starvation, he started really blaming God and the universe for his situation. Then he heard a voice. He said, "Why did you follow the way of the fox? If I were you, I would open that door and follow the way of the tiger."